Hi, this is Sibila action vocal and a simple way to master the fry scream. What you think about me? In this method, we will use the distortion for singing. If you learned the distortion or the Kargira throat singing, now is the perfect time to utilize those skills for learning the fry scream. If you never practiced distortion or Kargira, you can find the step-by-step tutorials in the description below the video. Alright, and now let's make some noise. In the beginning I will show you a bunch of examples so you could have a chance to listen to how it can sound, and then I will add some technical explanations and details. Okay, let's go. Whoa! No! For some people, it's easier to practice with opened mouth, and it can sound like this. Ahem. 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 There is also another option, and it can sound like this. Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Nah, 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 nah. Nah. Na 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 na. Alright, those were some variations and basic examples of this exercise, and now some explanations. The case here is very simple. We just begin from creating a distortion like nah, nah, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, or Kargira throat singing like wow, wow, and then we gradually pull that distortion or Kargira higher, higher, and higher with each of the rep that we perform. So it's like can be something like this. Mm, 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 There are two very important things. First of all, it's crucial to be free from any kind of unnecessary tension, pressure, constrictions in the area of your neck, your jaw, your tongue, and even your lips. So don't try to tighten those places in order to transform your distortion or cargura into the fry scream. Those constrictions will result in higher tension of your vocal folds, and it will prevent you from creating any reasonable sound. It can sound like this, for example. It's not too comfortable and it definitely doesn't sound good. So try to stay relaxed up here. The second thing is to properly use the breath support. So the higher you go, the deeper in your body you look for the energy that will fuel your upcoming fry scream. So it's not like you look at the ceiling and you try to get energy from higher and higher place in your body. No, the higher is the pitch, the lower you look for the proper source of the energy that will fuel your later scream. So it's like wow! This is something I've learned during opera singing lessons. So the higher you sing, the lower in your body you look for the energy, for the support for your voice. And it really helps to avoid unnecessary tension, constrictions, and effort up here. What is also important to remember is that the breath support is not equal to tightening your whole abs. Performing the breath support feels more like hissing, like sss, sss, sss. You can play around with different levels of intensity of hissing. It can be more intense. The higher levels of intensity are definitely closer to what happens with your breathing muscles and supporting muscles when you scream. More delicate hissing like s, 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 are closer to what happens when you use your natural pitch and natural volume when you sing. So s, ah, ah, s, s. Whoa! Yeah! Yeah, yeah, yeah! Whoa! It's more like it can be felt like you put some effort. It can be exhausting a little bit in the beginning down here, but it should feel that you still have some reserve. If you wanted to push harder, you are able to do that, but you don't do it because it's not necessary. So you avoid extra effort. You use only such a level of intensity and muscle engagement that is necessary to create a specific sound. And if it's not necessary to use more, then you don't do that. Then you save plenty of energy. And for example, you are able to practice 1 hour instead of 40 or 30 minutes. What is very typical while practicing fry scream throughout the first days, weeks, or even months is that exercises can seem to require a little bit more effort than it really is necessary. It's all because you don't have a proper technique yet. So you are still in a process of learning how to balance specific things. So it's pretty normal that in the beginning exercises can seem to be more demanding physically, but as you get better and as your support gets more precise, your placement gets more precise, you balance the volume, the pitch, and other components of vocals, then with each of the next week of practice, those exercises will feel easier and easier. And scream will also sound better, bigger, sharper, and will be simply effortless. But as I've mentioned, it can take from a couple of weeks up to a couple of months. So don't be too hard on yourself, be patient, don't expect too much, play around with it, treat it more like a fun, not something that is very serious or something. Stay relaxed, don't push yourself too hard, and practice as often as possible, but of course remember to give your voice at least 24 hours of rest after a screaming practice. The next thing that can be helpful while practicing with those or other fry scream exercises is that the sound feels more like you were pulling it through your head like this and not like you were pushing it up through your throat. So it doesn't feel like this. It's more like you had a fish on a hook and you wanted to pull it up from the water or something like this. So it's more like pulling, not pushing, because pushing would sound like and my voice is already blocked and everything is very tight up here. It's not scratchy, but everything is like blocked and nothing can move. But when you pull the sound like this, you avoid any kind of extra push, constrictions, and pressure because you don't create it. You just pull the sound higher. So it's like you were taking it from the throat, not like pushing it very hard through the throat. So it's more like and of course, proper breath support is a crucial part of the process. Increasing intensity of the support as you pull the sound higher and higher can feel like increasing the intensity of hissing. Something like this. I hope that you can hear how I changed the intensity of the hissing. It's just empty air, so I hope that it will be recorded, that there will be any difference in volume. Anyway, summing up, we create the distortion or Kargira throat singing sound, or and with each of the repetition, we pull the sound a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher, remembering about the proper engagement of the breath support as we go higher, higher, and higher, and avoiding any kind of unnecessary pressure, tension, constrictions in the area of the larynx, neck, jaw, and even lips or the tongue, especially the root of the tongue. It can feel more like trying to take that sound up through your head, pulling it through your head, and not pushing through the throat. And it's about taking your distortion or Kargira to a point where your voice is breaking and starts to transform into the scream and fry is created. Alright, that's everything for today. I hope that this method, this simple exercise, and its different variations will help you to master your fry scream. Let me know how does it work in case of any questions, or if you wanted to practice vocals together, feel free to contact me anytime. The email is down here. Thank you very much for today. Have a great day. Have a great practice. Cheers and love, fuckers. Whoa, whoa, whoa. whoa, 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 whoa,